Today is a very different type of video for me to film. It is specifically for Halloween. I've decided to turn myself into Nessa Barrett from her Passenger Princess music video. I've done everything from the hair to the makeup to the outfit as well. Sneak peek, I've got the sleeves on as well. When I saw that video like a year ago, I was like, I am obsessed. Like, I want to recreate everything about it, or at least as accurately as possible. But I was wondering when the right time would be. Like, it's not Christmas, not summer, and then I was like, maybe I can make it work for Halloween. I thought the aesthetic in the video is almost kind of like grungy, and I thought that would fit into Halloween quite well, so I thought I would do it at this time of year. For Halloween, if I ever do anything, which I don't really, I haven't in a very long time, but if I do, I tend to go down the cute kind of route, cute, fun, more than the spooky, scary route. I just kind of prefer to do something a bit more fun and cute. Now, just a disclaimer before we get on to the video, this is not going to be like identical to how she looks in the video. This is just me trying to replicate it as much as I can. Probably more of an inspiration, it's not identical, so please keep that in mind throughout this video. It's merely just an inspiration and me trying to recreate the look in my own way as well, with my own kind of twist. But I'm quite proud of myself for finding the sleeves that she wore in the video. That is the best part. If you'd like to find out how I turned into Nessa Barrett, then keep watching today's video. Okay, so I'm starting off barefaced. The only thing I've got on is my skincare and things like that, so that's already done. My very first step is going to be the wig. Now, I was not going to dye my hair cotton candy pink because I feel like that was a step too far, so I opted for a wig instead. I tried to be as accurate as possible. I did order another wig that didn't arrive in time, so I quickly went on Amazon to try and find another one that was as similar as possible to Nessa's hair in the video. I found one that's almost like a rose gold kind of bubble, not quite bubblegum pink, but almost. It's mainly rose gold, but I thought it was the most accurate one that I could find. I've never put on a proper wig before, so this is going to be a first time for me, so hopefully it works out. I did try it on earlier just quickly to see what it would look like, and there's a lot of hair. There's a lot of hair, but I'm going to put my natural hair into braids, like small braids, put a wig cap on, and then pop the wig on. So let's do that together first, just so we've got the base done. I've just done 2 quick braids, and now I'm going to pop the wig cap on. Now, as for the wig, this is the wig I'm going to be wearing. It is such a beautiful colour. I think it's really pretty. Nessa's one is slightly more on the cotton candy side, more of a pale pink. And I know this is rose gold, but like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is merely like inspiration. It's not going to be identical, as much as I wish it was. Now, I believe this is a lace front wig. Do correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not too sure about wigs and things like that. But I believe I have to cut this off and then pop it on over the wig cap. So I'm gonna give that a go. And hopefully I don't screw up the wig. Okay, this is tiny for a wig cap. How is this gonna fit over my head? Okay, it is by no means perfect. I still need to fiddle around with it, but this is the wig on. One thing I forgot to get for this video, which was hair gel to actually slick down the wig. So we're gonna have to go without that. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. I'm trying not to worry about it too much. It definitely looks like a wig. I mean, I don't know how to make it not look like one. I'm not a professional hairstylist whatsoever. This is good enough for the time being. Right, I've done what I can with the wig. I've tried to bobby pin it in certain places as well. This does not look like a good job of a wig, but moving on. So as you can see in the picture here, she's got very pink rosy cheeks. I'm going to replicate that. And also in terms of her lip line, it's like darker around the lip, almost like someone has been sucking on her lips. That kind of darker pink, almost like a berry, but not quite, around her lips, and then it's slightly pinker in the middle. I'm going to try and do that as well. She's got lovely long lashes in this as well. I'm just going to use mascara for that because I don't have false eyelashes. So in Nessa's video, as you can see, she looks very glowy, and I'm going to try and replicate that as much as possible. Her makeup isn't full coverage. You can kind of see skin still peeking through, so I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to be completely skipping foundation and just going straight to concealer. So I'm going to use my Tower 28 Hydrating Serum Concealer. I think this is the perfect one for the job. Honestly, I'm kind of tempted to have pink hair for like a day. Imagine how cool that would be. If I got like a proper like good quality wig, I think, dare I say, I could pull the pink off I mean, there's always been a part of me that wanted pink hair, but like to actually go ahead and dye my hair pink is a step too far for me. I think pink hair just looks really good on anyone I've ever seen it on, especially this shade. Okay, concealer is now done. I've covered up my blemishes as much as possible. Nessa seems to have very, very clear skin. I, for one, am working on that at the moment, so I've just put on as much concealer as I can. Now my skin is still needing some glowiness. Now that's where the blush comes in. I am going to use my Rare Beauty liquid blush in the shade Bliss. I'm going to put this on the apples of my cheeks and make them look as pink as possible. I really need to get like big ring lights. Right now I'm working with one of those small ones that you attach to a phone. So if the lighting is a bit dodgy, that is why I need to get a proper one. I am going to do a little bit for now and then build it up. Okay, I'd say my cheeks are pretty pink. I really, really love this blush anyway, just for like day-to-day use. So this is perfect. Honestly, it's coming together better than I thought. When I first put this wig on, I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a joke video. Like this is gonna be a joke. But it's coming together quite well. When I say trust the process, I really do mean trust the process. Okay, so blush is done. Honestly, I'm loving it so far. I actually forgot to mention as well, Nessa's nails in the video are so cool. I was actually going to get them done, but I just thought it's gonna take hours getting them done, and for me to have them for 3 weeks without changing them, I just don't know how I feel about that. So I went with something else that reminded me of Nessa Barrett. I'd seen a picture of her having kind of like sheer black polka dot nails or something similar to that on Pinterest. So I thought I would do those instead. So they're still kind of Nessa Barrett-esque, but not kind of the same ones as in the video. But yeah, I got those done. Right, let me move on to my brows and lashes. This should be fairly quick. For my brows, all I'm gonna do is just put in some brow gel because my eyebrows are already pretty fluffy. I'm not gonna fill them in, I'm just gonna put some gel through them. Okay, for my brow gel, I'm just going to use my Rare Beauty one. This is just a clear brow gel because I don't like to put too much colour into my brows. Okay, that was quick and easy. Then for lashes. I would use falsies, but I feel like that's a step too far for me. I'm not a makeup artist whatsoever, and I just feel like that is going to take me ages to do. I'm gonna be very quick and basic and just use mascara. This is again a Tower 28 product. I use their stuff all the time, it's really good. This mascara is the Make Waves mascara in the shade Jet. I'm just gonna load this on the lashes. I really like this wand as well because it's really quite bendy. You can really get into the lashes. Honestly, I might make it my New Year's resolution to get better at makeup and hair and just figure it out. Particularly with makeup, like I'd like to be able to do a good contour. I'd like to be able to put false lashes on. Right now, this is as complicated as it gets. Now that I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I look like a completely different person. It's just crazy how much makeup can kind of transform your look, same with hair and everything. Which is why I always like to reiterate that what you see on social media and everyone looking all glammed up is not real. Like that's just hours and hours of makeup and hair. Final step for me is going to be lips. So like you can see in the picture I've got here, which is a great picture. I was glad that I was able to find like an up close of her makeup. It's kind of like a darker berry almost rim of lip liner around her lips and then kind of pinkier, more natural looking in the center. Kind of not sure whether or not I do a lip oil around the lips or I use a lip liner. I need to think about that. Okay, I've decided to go for the lip liner. This is the Maybelline Lift Liner in the shade number 7 Big Lift. I'm just gonna pop this around my lip line. I feel like I still need to add a bit of that lip oil on top as well, just because I think this is slightly too mauve, but it's giving good shape to the lips. So I'm going to add the lip oil on top as well. I'm going to use my Rare Beauty lip oil in the shade Serenity. I do not use this often enough, but it is perfect for today's look. I'm just going to use the tip of the applicator to kind of get around. Okay, yeah, much better. I can already tell a difference. It's going to look glossy for a while and then it will dry down matte. Honestly, I'm quite happy with how this has turned out. Much better than I thought. I kind of need to just tuck under my natural hair under the wig a little bit more to make it look slightly more natural. Now Nessa's look here is really amazing. I love it so much. In it she's wearing like this amazing kind of bralette that's kind of got like studs on it. I didn't find anything like that, and I did think it was quite revealing for me, so I opted for another kind of bralette instead that had a bit more coverage that I was more comfortable in. In terms of her skirt, she's almost got like I think it's like a leather skirt or a black mini skirt of some sort. So I got a pleather black mini skirt with some buckles on, almost to replicate the look of the bralette, but just on a skirt. One photo I saw, I think is only part of the music video, she's got on like this faux fur kind of jacket, so I got one of those as well. In terms of the shoes, I have a pair of heels that are already perfect for this, so that was a very easy one for me to figure out. I think she wears quite minimal jewelry here. What you can see are her tattoos. Now I am not tattooed and I couldn't find tattoos like hers, so we're going without the tattoos for that, but I was more focused on getting the hair right, so I'm glad that I was able to get this done. So let's get the outfit on too. I've now turned myself into Nessa Barrett for Halloween. So in terms of the outfit, you can see like better pictures over on my Instagram, but in the video I'm sure there's a part where she was wearing a faux fur jacket, so I've got that on. I've also got on a little black bralette. I'm not going to show that on YouTube because I don't want this video to get flagged or anything. And the best part about it is the sleeves. I've got the Passenger Princess sleeves on. I know. I actually found them on Depop, like someone made them and sold them. I was like, this is brilliant, like this is exactly what I need. And then I've got Princess on the other arm, and then I've got a little black skirt on, which again you'll see on Instagram, and a pair of black pointed heels. You can see the outfit and everything on Instagram, so go follow me on there if you don't already. But yeah, all in all, I think this turned out as well as I'd hoped. I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Well, if you can call it a tutorial, I don't know, it was just a bit of fun really. This is very different for me. I never film videos like this, so let me know if you'd want to see something like this again in the future. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.